And this is when I realized my mic was muted. Well, anyway, and now the cat's yelling at me. We're off to a great start tonight. Well, hi to everyone who's in chat. Hi, Zach. Yeah. Not my best start to a stream, but we're here. I'm gonna let the cat in, or it's gonna, not this cat, the other cat, or it's gonna screech at me all night because I'm the only one home tonight. So in the meantime, do the YouTube things, like and subscribe. You know what to do. What? Come on. Cat has been retrieved. Come here, say hi. Oh, this is the calm one. She can come say hi to chat. Is my audio fixed? My audio should be fixed. Let me know. Before I get to projecting, I want to make sure the audio is fixed. That microphone says on my streaming software says I'm putting audio through the calm one. Okay, so you heard me say that. Yes, this is indeed the calm one. Yes, hi. Do you want to say hi to chat too? No. Cats, man. Cool. Well, yeah, like I said, or maybe you didn't hear me say. I know I said we were gonna do a bunch of different stuff this week, but it didn't happen. And this guy is now just. I want this guy to be at least kind of put together. The magnets that we were working on last stream are mostly working. I was just cleaning up the magnets a little bit. This right arm doesn't really want to hold all that well. So we're going to have to address that a little bit. I think there's enough magnet. I think I just need to make sure the magnets are making full contact, and then level out the actual sockets so that the joints are fully supported and they're not getting wrenched over one way or the other. So we will work on that, but I have his backpack, so we're gonna start there so we can see how Girth, this boy, is gonna live. Because what are we doing? Top down. There we go. This is a large model. This is definitely not a casual size. With the shadows, it's fun for a moment. Looked like a gingerbread house. I'm glad it looked like a gingerbread house for a second, because it's about the size of one. He's so chunky. So I gotta start on knocking stuff over. I gotta start on cleaning up this print. So I'm just gonna start picking away at the last little bits. Really just cleaning up the interface layers is what I got left to do. And there's a couple bits in general on this model that I need to go back and fill. Just a couple gaps. Milliput. I'll just use Milliput because it'll give me a good finish pretty easily. But so we'll do that, and we'll call it a week, having finally put together this Night Tyrant model. I've literally been trying to print all month. a decent portion of my print time this month has gone into this singular model. From printing it at 100% scale, which was too small for my purposes. Still looks good, and I still have that print. I just don't have a use for it right now. But I do have an effect on your face cam. You haven't been around for a while. How long have you been working? I shouldn't have an effect on my face cam. This light streaking is an effect due to I have a halo light up, and with my current camera setup, I just use the camera on my laptop. It doesn't give me any settings to be able to adjust that, or just the focal length. So that's why that's weird. I've been working on this build. I've been working on putting this build together and getting this build put together on stream most of the week. Speaking of, this is crooked. Monk that. That's good to know. So I mean, yeah. Okay, yes, I know the light streak is cool in some special way. The big thing is the light makes it so much easier to work. To work at the desk and like see models. I was just using like a Pixar style desk lamp that was short, and so I had to like climb up under it, and it kind of limited how long I could work on stuff and be able to see it well, so it made painting kind of a chore. Yeah, this is just an LED strip that I got on a frame that's 3D printed. So yeah. Yes, I immediately started just like cackling, looking at I don't even remember which model I was working on at the time. I don't know if it was a printed model or not. But I just remember immediately going like, oh my gosh, I can see everything. And I was worried about like thinking about having to get like, you know, either reading glasses to use as magnifiers or some kind of magnifier setup to help with it. And I was like, no, just good light. Good light is all I needed. Good to know. So, yeah. And yeah, a month to print this guy isn't that terrible. He is absolutely massive. For reference, he is plastic printed. He's FDM printed, not resin SLA printed. Where was the bit I was just poking at? Ah, yes, that. So you know, this piece that I had to reprint took about 28 hours at a 0.06 millimeter layer height, which is the lowest my machine will go. But I mean, it's hard to argue with the results because they look pretty dang good working on them at this range, and they look just fine standing over them like they're on the tabletop. So it's hard to argue. Yeah. I will say this guy is so large. He's gonna go unpainted for a while. I'm a little intimidated to paint this guy. I want to, mostly because I just want more practice with the comic style paint job. I'm still really proud of how this guy came out. The blue with the orange just pops so nicely, but I just want some more practice. So I'm probably gonna go through and do at least one more, maybe two more smaller nights before I tackle a big one, and even then I'll probably do the spoiler model, who is yet to be named, before I go on to do, you know, my centerpiece model, my warlord of the army. That's gonna deserve some time, and will probably be a project on and off stream for a week or two, when I do commit to that, you know. Wait a second. What did I do? Oh, I hope the stream's still going, because I just now realized that I accidentally closed out of my window that had YouTube pulled up. Here it goes. Ooh. Nope. Maybe. Are we okay? Okay, perfect. Stream's still live. We didn't drop anything. Okay, just me being worried. I still don't feel like I'm doing this stream thing right at all, much less 100% of the time. So sorry if when I have my moments of like, oh no, did I screw up? Did I fail? Do I need to do not pass go, do not collect $200, go straight to jail? I will say these little flanges here did fail, but I don't really mind it. They're a nice detail. I think there's like, they're modeled so they stand off of the actual like lid of this hatch, because the surface under them is perfectly smooth, you know, like a finished layer. So I'm tempted to just leave it as an artifact of the build. There's no right way, just your way. Things feel improvised. Lesson I picked up from Dark Souls. So, okay, this actually, thank you for giving me a good segue here. Gaming streams. Is this something my audience would be interested in? Hello. Is this something my audience would be interested in? Because I know there's a couple pretty good Warhammer video games that just came out that I would be willing to look into. But I don't have the best computer setup, so I was also thinking it could be fun to go back and play like the what is it, the Dawn of War games, because I've never played those, but it'd be fun and it'd be on theme. Could be interesting. Or is, you know, because the video game, the only video game I really want to like on my own have a interest to play in if I had the computer to do so would be Baldur's Gate 3. Because well, I'm a fan of D&D, and it's basically computer, you know, I've had quite a few friends and quite a lot of people on the internet say it's just like computerized good D&D, so that could be fun. But again, I don't think my laptop would run Baldur's Gate all that well, and definitely wouldn't run the stream while I did that. Streaming games tend to be a good boost. Yeah, they can be a lot of fun. I can't say much of a voice for community. I mean, any insight, don't pick at my crap, cat. Any insight is helpful, and right now I'm really just kicking around ideas, trying to figure out what I can do, what I can do. Baldur's Gate 3 is really unexpected time sink for me in just last week. I've played RPGs a lot before. I know how much time a good RPG takes. So I'm not too worried about this. And besides, I'd just be playing on stream, so if I'm not streaming and I'd be sticking to a stream schedule, I wouldn't sink too much time into it. I say that, and then they'll be like, alright, so I did some leveling off stream, and now I'm 20 levels higher, and this is all the magical items we found. This is what we did narratively. So, sorry, not sorry, let's get back into it. I can totally see that happening. But I tried not to do that, and I don't have a lot of free time to begin with. So I don't think that would be a huge issue inherently, but you never know. There we go. Finally got that piece of support out from in there. This came out pretty clean. I had to adjust the file slightly. So again, an artifact of the build. It's not going to be pristine on the bottom there, but it's gonna be pretty dang good. I don't know who all's gonna go around looking at my By the way, Zach, I don't think you've been in my streams. This guy is called the Prophet of Didaka. He has his name, but that is yet to be released. I don't know how many people are gonna be looking at my prophet's booty. Not prophet, philosopher. Why? I don't know why. I know why I keep doing that, because there's the named character Gazgul in the orcs, who is the prophet. He's the prophet of the Wa. And this guy's the philosopher of the Daka. It's quite different. At least I hope it's quite different. I'm trying to decide how this wants to line up. Because my initial... Ooh, it's like that now, is it? It is. Did look awful orcish. Wasn't gonna say anything. Yes. So, these is technically not an existent model to play in the game. And it's kind of my favorite thing right now. I thought it would be a fun challenge to do a Knight's Army when I started 3D printing models for Warhammer, specifically vehicle models. And I started looking around, and I realized, for one, I don't really want to do the whole direct ripoff of GW thing and print all one-to-one design models, because there's only so much fun in that. There's a lot of, monetary savings to be had in that, and that's why I have a proxy Caladius and the proxy Land Raider for my Custodes. I started poking around and found some really lovely models for orc mechs, and was like, okay, I'm doing an orc Knight's Army. This is gonna be too much fun. So, seeing RC cards used for proxies, yeah, like, orcs can get away with anything when it comes to proxies. The issue comes in with the rules, because this is not a faction that actually exists in game. There is not an Orc Knight's Army. You could run like a Gargant Wall, like a Stompa Wall kind of vibe. But I was looking into that and just wasn't super excited by... Sorry, the cat's about to jump into my Space Marine army. Nope! See, I told you. Don't you dare. This cat right here, just jumped into the cubby that holds my Space Marines. Did you kill any models? You knocked a couple over. Okay, I don't think you killed any. You're allowed to live this time. You're allowed to live, little one. Don't do that again, okay? Chill out. Okay. Yes, the calm one. She just likes to hide in little places. She is also the escape artist, but she is the calm one. I don't know where the other one went. It might be a problem. I might have jumped up into my laundry hamper or something. Might be under my bed. I don't know. Cats. Not my cats, my roommate's cats, but still, cats. What was I saying? Orcs, they don't have rules for knights, and running, it'd be like 2 Gorkanauts, 2 Morkanauts, and a Stompa kind of thing. And this didn't really feel all that interesting to me. Because if I'm gonna have an Orcs army, I kind of want it to be an Orc army. Like a real Orc army, Horde. And so I'm proxying these models for the Chaos Knights rules. I think feel-wise, I've only played one test game with a buddy of mine that I don't think I actually used the army and detachment rules. I think I just completely forgot about them. What? I think I completely forgot about the actual army rules and just used the datasheet rules. Which, you know, was fine. But the fact that you get a lot of options for the war dogs, or as I'm calling them, wa dogs, because they're orcs and they, you know, they go wa, and the wa dogs. Anyway, you get more options for the armature pattern knights for my wa dogs, and so you can kind of play a slightly hordy, slightly more massed knight's army with it still like feeling like you have options for what you're taking instead of just taking. I mean, honestly, from when I was looking between the two, the Imperial Knights, if you were gonna do that, is gonna be like 4 or 5 of the ones with the melee option and 1 or 2 of the ones without, and that's not as fun of having, like, because my current plan is to have 2 of 3 different data sheets, which feels a lot less like copy and paste. The other guy who I know has done this, actually before I started this project, I didn't know that he also ran them as Chaos Knights. I just seen his models, but since I've started working on this on the internet, he has DM'd me, and we've chatted about Orc Knight things. He just runs 1 model of every datasheet. So if he wants to add a datasheet to his repertoire, he adds a custom model, but he doesn't double up. I like this. This feels very orky. This feels very every model is its own pile of scrap kind of vibe. Again, very orky. But I know that the guys at my local shop tend to lean kind of competitive. So letting myself do more than 1 of the same data, you know, letting myself have more than 1 carnivore, letting myself have more than 1 brigand, this is gonna let me not just get, like, focused down and stomped. Not that I think any of the data sheets are inherently bad, but the brigands and the carnivores are definitely very good. My favorite games was with proxies was the Flesh Out, my Fox and Nids. The first time playing, my friend showed up how it worked. Borrowed an army man to, yep. Yeah, I mean, I started looking into the game using a bunch of proxies and specifically using like paper printouts where like I'd copy a picture of the models in a row and scale them to be the size of the base and then run them like that, and just playing really fast and loose with my little brother. You know, I think there's a lot of joy to be had in proxying, and I think there's a lot of creativity to be had. And I'll admit I'm definitely taking the kind of cop-out route for this army because, you know, the other guy who I've been talking to who did this has taken all GW models as bases, like actual knight models, actual other things. I think he has a colossal squig in his army as something, the Forge World squig for Age of Sigmar. He's done actual like kit bashing, and they look so good. If I remember, I'll put some of his stuff on my Instagram story, so go follow me on Instagram to show that stuff off. But yeah, they're more kit bashy, whereas all of mine are gonna, or pretty much all of mine are gonna be 3D printed. The Colossal Squig could be fun. I do want a Squig model to run as a Wild Dog Carnivore. Because it just seems fitting. But, I mean, I don't have a reason not to 3D print this army. So, I'm just gonna 3D print this army. You know, the guys in my local community don't care. Most of us have at least one proxy for something in some army. I've only played a couple games that didn't have one. You know, of course, like the whole Necrons with the Transcendent Catan, which is like the baby Catan model, but you can only get it in the box with like the big super heavy vault vehicle that no one can afford or much less run in a game. So he had like a D&D Bone Claw model. He had customized to be like have like lightning coming off of him and stuff. Looked great. A lot of fun to play against. I obviously have, geez, English. I'm trying to talk too fast tonight. I obviously have tanks for my custodians that I've printed, and this army that is all proxies and all printed. I think proxying is a very, very helpful tool, not only to make the hobby more available and more affordable, but it also is great help to get people into the hobby. Oh, come on, don't be like that. That looks good enough. Yeah. Let's see. What's going on here? Okay, come back. Sorry, just poking around, making sure everything is chilling. It's just fine. Guess we're gonna glue his backpack on. Trying not to use absolutely all of my super glue, but I do want this to hold on nicely. I know gravity will help me out, so. Stir on there. Just lined up where it wants to live. Like that. Square up on the bottom there. And now I hold this for a few seconds till the super glue starts to cure. Oh, look at there. A couple wispies still hanging on to the main body. going on, chat? Anyone projecting tonight? Anyone working on anything hobby related besides me? Someone's got to be. There we go. Hold. Very nice. Very, very nice. Got some seamage going on, but I can go back and fix that if I want. Anything, let's try to get some super glue in those seams. We'll do some capillary action to get them down in there. Make sure all this is secure. Whew. That's that. Shit, quite nice. Honestly, I don't even know if that was all that necessary. Look at how long this guy is. Let me just... He's gonna be so much fun to just drop on a gaming table. Just be like, here. Yep. That, sir, is a proxy for a Night Tyrant. Is it is it twice as fat as a Night Tyrant? Absolutely. Is it funnier? Absolutely. Does it perform any better in game? Absolutely not. Because you can see this guy from everywhere. He doesn't blow up the first time I put him on the table, because he's gonna die, because, you know, new model syndrome. But, no, and of course I realize now that there's stuff stuck in a really inconvenient spot on this guy. Battle damage is kind of welcome on this guy, but this might be me fixing this might be end up looking worse than me leaving it. I've noticed. There it goes. Okay, yeah. What shall we address next? Maybe let the backpack chill for a bit. Let's address something. This left arm is the one that was sitting just fine the other night, which, let's just really quick do a full armament. One there, there. Alright, chat. He's so big. He's so chunky. Oh. Too much fun. I should not be allowed to have this much fun. So, still mostly an issue of just this cannon being so long, so tip heavy. It will like, I can feel the magnets like wanting to hold, but when I stop supporting it, it just gets twisted. I think to start, put that guy to the side, get just a little schmear milliput going in the bottom of this guy here. Give me just a tad more friction. Already promising, but the minute ooh, what? That could be an interesting solution. It'll dry out, but using blue tack. If I keep having a problem, I can always chip the milliput off and try that. Because that immediately made a difference, and I think it's mostly because the milliput's not dry. Either that, or it could just be helping the magnets stay in place. So for the time being, I'm waiting for it to fall again. That posing's not bad. Posing's kind of what I wanted. Very square. You know, the idea here is, because this is a cannon off of a Knight Porphyron, because my original idea was to print the Gear Guts Mech Shop, where I got this model from. There may or may not be a link to it in the description. There's a link in the description of the stream, in the VOD for y'all joining later. He has eluded my Knight Porphyron, and I originally had gotten that model to use as my Tyrant. And then I started throwing him in my Slicer and went, ooh, that's gonna be way too big. And I don't really want to scale that one down because it was very obviously a Knight Porphyron. So, I'm just telling you all this and waiting for this cannon arm to just like fail again. But if this works, it bodes very well. It bodes very well for our magnet job. But the original idea was to use a Knight Porphyron, and then I was like, okay, I need to find someone else, and I want something chunky, want something distinctly orky. This model, again, there's a link in the description, is very squat, is very head low in the middle of its chest, you know, wide leg stance, squat, stout, orc model. So it fit well. I liked it. Scaled everything to be small, to, you know, to basically rescale this to fit the main body at 100% scale. It was too small to be a Knight Tyrant, so I scaled him up, which meant I can use the shoulder connector at like 80% scale, or 85% scale, and 100% scale cannon to make it fit. And I was like, okay, there's no way I can make it fit. There's no way I'm not going to use the full scale Porphyron cannon, because it's kind of recognizable. So I am, and I did. So the idea is that this guy used to have the gun and the claw that this model came with, but his Mechwa came up against the Night House, and the monarch of that Night House was a Porphyron, the Acastus Porphyron. And he went, oi. That lad, that big old git, had the best DACA. I need me one of his shooters. And so he got himself one of his shooters. Bam. And it looks... You know what it is shockingly similar in proportion to? Oh. Box. There's a box. Yeah, this is kind of a funny parallel. Shockingly similar to a Daredeo Dreadnought. I don't know how much you can see because this guy's just primed black, but the like, let's see if I can do a little superposition here. The torso to cannon length is really close. Probably a bit more exaggerated on this guy, but that's really funny. That's really funny. I really like that. That makes me happy. So, okay, I am very tempted to trust in very tempted to trust this cannon for the time being. Which means let's let that smear of milliput dry and let's address this one, because this one has a bit of a magnetic problem in that the top magnet on here doesn't really want to engage all that well. So I'm gonna just try to chip away at any glue that and milliput that's gotten on top of on the magnet itself. Just so we can get some more direct contact, as well as the milliput around it, so that this magnet's not recessed. Even though I know it is, and I know I posed this arm with both magnets, and so you know they should meet up. I just want to take any collar around this guy down. It's probably a better way to do this. This is what I got right now. There we go. There's some super glue coming off the magnet. And the perpendicular, the first magnet, definitely has some glue on it too. I can't tell. It almost feels like it's pivoting more on that top one now, and that the inner one is the one not engaging as much. So let's try to get this one clean. The issue could be that as I press on it, it's depressing this magnet further and further into the model base, which is totally possible. The actual body of the guy. Again, totally possible. Oh wait, where did my chat go? There's my chat went. Because you know what? That is definitely possible. Now, this magnet here could have been shifted deeper inside the mech's body. Jeez, I don't know how I'm gonna fix that. There's also a good lip right here that we can try to curve down a little bit. Shift it. Shift it even. Oof! Dust in my eyes. Let's see if that's any better. Let me see. Oh, it's the wrong magnets, and I just dropped them all over the floor. Flashlight. Man, I had all the confidence in the world and pulled the wrong magnets. So these guys might come into play tonight, because I might just need to scatter a handful of these littler ones. I don't know if I'd rather do a handful of these or another one of my bigger ones in this shoulder joint. See if I can use these magnets to kind of pull on this magnet just a little bit. The other thing is, there's definitely some wiggle this way in the shoulder, and so it could be rotating off the magnets because it's got slack on the bottom. That's what one of the things that I think was happening on this right side, which is still working. Victory. So we've cleaned that off a good bit. Spend a little bit more time. I cleaned these almost perfectly. So let me spend a little more time cleaning up these shoulder socket magnets just to see. The closer we can get these magnets together, the stronger the pull is. Definitely a good thing right now. There we go. That's quite a bit cleaner. Okay. Let's try it now with... Oh, better. Yeah. Yeah, that's quite a bit stronger pull. Alright, let's give it a bead. Let's give it a smear of milliput. And let's see. Let's see. Just need a little. happy. So call this build practically done. You know, we still have quite a bit of painting to do to get him finished. But that really might not be too far off. Alright, let's get this guy in here. So let's leave this a bit thick. Let's not scrape all the excess off. Maybe a possibility of being thick and not squish her around. Squeeze out the excess. That's where we want it to sit. Just like that is exactly what we want out of our guy. Let's come in here. Just give her a scrape. Bit more we can put on this side. Help out this arm. Nice. One more test fit, I think. Boop. Boop. Uh-huh. Head sits in there. Chat. Check him out. Ooh, hold on. Look at him. He's so... I know I've been saying this all week. He's absolutely massive. He's gonna take so long to paint. I'm so glad I'm not doing like an heavy metal style or like a more classic style paint job on these knights. Oh. Sorry. I'll just take a quick picture. Because 2 wild dogs fit between his weapons. This isn't allowed. There's no way. I mean, there's no way this guy is tournament legal, yeah? Now, if they would let me, would I take him to our tournament? Absolutely. Absolutely. This is hilarious. This is absolutely absurd. hilarious and absurd. Sounds like orcs, right? Must be doing something right then. It goes on one of these bases, just that he doesn't fit on. His head pops off. Alright. This guy is gonna sit right over here. I'm gonna look at him for the rest of the night. And now I look at the time and see it's only 7, and I'm supposed to stream till 8. And now I gotta decide, what are we gonna do? So I was expecting much more involved tweaks. Much more involved tweaks. Well, what do we want to do? We could rename some weapons. We could make some orky names for things. That could be fun. We could paint. I can't paint knights, can I? Oh, I do have some grot tanks. We could paint some grot tanks. Again, hold on, wait. I know we talked about this earlier. Warhammer community. Did we get? I don't think we did. Warhammer 40k. Rumor engine. Into the death. Downloads, maybe. We don't have. We do not have a Dallin's beta slate. Yep, that's exactly what I meant to say. A balanced data slate for this month yet. You know, the thing we were supposed to get by the end of this month. Hey Photo Man, how you doing? No, I had mentioned talking about the balanced data slate because everyone I know was thinking it was gonna come out today. Yeah. Dang. Just kind of hoping on that now. It'd be fun. It'd be fun to go through that. Oh my gosh, there's an article from May that's titled, "Ever wonder how a Tyranid looks after getting punched by a power fist?" Not particularly. What even is Warhammer community, y'all? Anyway, so what do we want to do? I do have quite a few of y'all who are my regulars on here tonight, so I kind of want to leave it up to you. I could paint some grot tanks. I think, yeah. I have 2 out of 3 grot tanks that are gonna be my point filler squad of nerdlings. Which this is why I thought of the balanced data slate, because there's a rumor that you're gonna start needing OC again to do actions. I guess not again, but you're gonna start needing OC to do actions, which just makes sense. But so we could paint grot tanks. We could rename some stuff off some data sheets to be orky, which I think could be very fun. We could. Most of my Marines are in my game box. We could work on a custodian. We haven't seen my custodians on the channel recently. What do y'all think? What do you want to do? Somebody give me some help in chat, because I currently currently do not have a plan because I was expecting to have to do a lot more troubleshooting on this guy who is who has arms and is standing on his own and has a backpack now. So yeah, what should I do? What should we work on? Oh, there's an echo for you. So do a quick scroll on Warhammer community, see if there's anything interesting worth looking at. Okay, I'll show you all this because this was almost. Oh, come on. Why do you always do this to me? There you go. Rumor engine, right? Often fun. I almost clicked on this to go straight to, but oh no. Our rumor engine for this month is a cape. What could possibly wear a cape? Across all of these games, not a single thing wears a cape, you think? Does anything wear a cape? Everything wear a cape? Thanks, G-dubs. Thanks for creating some excitement. The 9th of August, 2022. I don't know what that ended up being. That's random. Yeah, January 23rd, 2 days ago. Gave us a cape. Thanks. What do you think it's for? Probably something old world? Because, I don't know why they wouldn't keep releasing stuff for old world. But, yeah. Alright. No one's voting on what we're doing. There's 5 of you in chat. Someone has to have an opinion on what we do for the rest of the stream. So there's only 4 likes on the stream right now, so somebody's slacking. Let's painting. Okay. Bot paint. I don't have a bot to paint. I have grot tanks to paint. Well, we can do that. Painting. And we're gonna paint. We're gonna put our boss, the philosophizer, there. Give me back my top down. So, yes, I have these 2 little gubbins. I have to measure that base to make sure it's the right size. I'm sure you all are kind of familiar with this concept right now of in 10th edition you take a cheap unit to run around, and definitely didn't just decapitate my warlord reaching for the bases for these guys. Oops. You take a cheap unit or 2 to do your secondary missions, to deploy teleport homers or get behind enemy lines. Usually things with deep strike are good, such as Nurglings, which you can run in any Chaos faction. So Nurglings sit on a 40mm base, like these 2. Grot tanks. My initial idea was to use Grots, Gretchen, and the models I found to use are, let me see if I can show these off, because they are really cool models. Let me see if I can find these. Here. There we go. The original models I found were these Mega Grots on Colds 3D. And they're Grots, but they're in Mega Armor, like the knobs in Mega Armor you can run can get from GW. My initial thought was to use these because this would be hilarious to put like 3 or 4 of them on a base and it'd still be like a swarm style model like the Nurglings are. But they're slightly bigger than normal GW grots, and so I could maybe get 2 on a base, and if I scaled them down to get 3 or 4 on a base like I wanted, my printer threw a fit and they wouldn't really print at all. So option 2, grot tanks, which honestly I'm not too upset about because it's still cool, it's still different, it's still fun. Still on theme for the army, which, ooh man, this paint has been sitting for a while. Uh-oh. Sponge is still wet though, that's good. Ugh. Sop up that paint that spilled. My wet palette is in desperate need of a clean and a little bit of a rebuild. So, welcome to whoever just joined the chat. Just saw us tick up to 6. Thank you all for watching. We finished our Night Tyrant proxy, at least finished building him. We got his arms to stay on. And so now we are going to paint probably both of, I don't need that much parchment paper. Probably both of these grot tank models to be my Nurgling proxies for my Chaos Knights army. So, okay, I will say this is not a grot tank. This is a squig tank. That is indeed a squig sitting in there. So that's going to be a slightly more involved. Come on, sit flat. Play nice. You want to roll that way? Lay this way. So that one's going to take a little extra attention. Grot tank and squig tank. And paper that doesn't want to lay flat. Come on. Why not hairbrush? Anybody else working on a project tonight? Or are we just chilling, having a gaming night? What's going on? What's going on with everybody? Minecrafting? Nice. Almost died? Again, nice. I played Minecraft in a hot second. I have to get back on that at some point. With, again, all the copious free time I have. But I wouldn't much rather use doing something else, like painting, streaming. sitting around watching anime. Don't start this skill issue fight again, boys. We don't need this. Or do. It'll boost the chat rate. Might make YouTube smile. Might make YouTube think someone actually watches my content. It's not true, I know you boys are here. Bro didn't even get me started. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. You two are really just gonna go at it tonight, aren't you? Alright, well the rest of us now have our entertainment for the night. Okay, look, if you almost die in your hardcore world, this is always cause for panic. Okay, falling off a cliff. Falling off a cliff deserves some shame. You gotta do better than that. Oh, I should have left that little arm green. Oh well, too late now. Glad to see someone's lively in chat tonight. Glad you boys are having fun. Oh, question. Should both the stack of TNT and the rocket be red? Maybe. Maybe orange should be blue so it's lucky. Or red so there's less colors on this thing. I do only have so much patience. Red go boom. Yeah, that's kind of where I was thinking too. The one thing that really doesn't work about using grot tanks on as proxies for Nurglings is Nurglings don't have a ranged weapon. They just don't. Like, they don't even have like some like 9-inch like Hakalugi attack. They just ranged. Or just melee attacks, no ranged. Definitely need red next, and I think we'll use... No, we'll use a dark red. I wish I had a darker orange, so I could do a two-tone orange. I gotta highlight the orange with yellow for the squig. Let me do that. I could just use white to lighten up the... Alright, 6 people watching, 3 likes on the stream. Let's do something about this. Those numbers should be the same. Three likes is 4 for me. Well, now mine's 5, so something got fixed. This is one of those things where, like, I know the YouTube stream interface isn't super smooth, and so the numbers I'm shown aren't always accurate, aren't always up to date. But it doesn't mean I can't give y'all crap about the numbers it does show. Oh, okay, now in one place it's saying 5 viewers, and another place it's saying 6 viewers with 5 likes. You know, YouTube, just keep it going. We're all having a good time. What happened to my hand? That hand, actually, what did happen there? Oh yeah, I slipped pulling the support material off the Philosopher's backpack hut thing, and just kind of scraped my hand, so just called up my good old friend Neo and got a band-aid on it. And of course, he's a Neo of Sporin, not Neo of the Matrix. Wow. Clumsy tonight, y'all. It's like the third time I've dropped this model. Cat's looking at me funny. Yeah, band-aid indeed on my left hand. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. It's gonna be a little bit of a pain to paint this squig. Let's get after it. That way, when I get paint on other things, I can clean it up. I wonder, because this is a pretty bright orange, and I'd like to use this orange as a highlight. What if we mix down? Because we're already using this red on this model anyway. I wonder if we can get this to a nice burnt orange before we get to a brown. Getting there. Maybe. Almost to a color worth using. There we go. Let's use this. Let's down a bit. Hold on, the cat's yipping to get out. Be right back. Go on. Have fun. gonna let that coat dry. Go back over. Get our second thin coat on everything. Make sure we're good and covered. I'm not too worried about actually making these models all that pretty because they are just chaff. Didn't even bother to clean this one up all that well. It's still got all sorts of support material hanging on its crevices. Oh well. It's fine. Shouldn't have fully darkened those circles. Oh well. So you guys, my regulars, weren't here when we were talking earlier, but I'm tempted to look into seeing what video games I can run on my computer, the one I have now, and still be able to stream. Thinking of maybe we can look into maybe one of the Dawn of War games, if they can even be run on a modern operating system. Or look at the specs for like bolt gun or something like that. So I would love to play the new one, Rogue Trader, or what's the other new one, Darktide, or Baldur's Gate 3. But I know my computer's not going to run those games well, much less run those games while streaming those games. So, I don't know, if I could figure that out, if I could get that running, is that like, once a week, maybe for our like midday week, Wednesday streams, or even our, or no, well, no, I didn't stream on Wednesday this week. Once a week, maybe twice a week. Is that something y'all would be interested in? Again, thinking about Warhammer games first, because that is the kind of content I'm making right now. Interesting, not interesting? Wasting my time? What do y'all think? Cool. I'll take some positive votes. Just be a little different. Wouldn't replace, at least not in its entirety, my workbench streams, because I really enjoy doing these streams where I just sit and chat with y'all and do the hobby stuff. I'm also trying to find ways of doing games of Warhammer on this channel, like battle report things. I don't have any interest in doing competitive style battle reports, and like, you know, trying to do the most aggressively meta battle reports. Looking into doing tabletop simulator games. If I can get those to work well, the idea I'm really liking is doing like SKU list battle reports. You know, like if we play a game where one person plays Space Marines, the other one plays Guard, and we both only take tanks. You know, which armored company would win? You know, the buddy of mine who I would love to do it with is a huge Nids fan, so I was like, okay, let's do Knights versus Swarm Nids. See what happens. You know, do kind of, hey, this isn't a normal, this isn't what someone would take normally as a list. But let's play it and let's see what happens. So I think this would be a little bit more fun than trying to cram my channel in with the dozens of channels already doing more standard style battle reports. Because between Tabletop Titans and Liam Dempsey and Midi Wargaming, and who else is battle reports? Winters SEO. One, I don't want to compete with those guys because I really enjoy those guys' content, and I don't want to take away from them. But you know, I want to be stuck fighting those guys who are so established and have such good followings for good reason. I want to be stuck fighting them for y'all's attention, because I mean, I really wouldn't blame you for going to watch their competitive battle reports, because they've got a lot more experience in the game and a lot more resource for the game. But yeah. All right, I'll keep looking. I'll keep thinking about. Because also, with video games, I feel like I could do longer streams. I try to cap these workbench streams at about 2 hours, because that's when my voice and my eyes start to get tired. When I'm working, I know I fail quite often, but I try to keep talking, try to keep engaging with you all. But well, if we're all enjoying a video game, we could just do that. And you know, can only squint at tiny things for so long before my eyes start screaming. just said that spiel about trying to be constantly talking and entertaining you guys, and then I go silent, focusing on painting this little band around this bundle of TNT. How about that? Base coated. Let's just focus on one tonight. Be a little more fun, I think. True green. Green. The best color. What did I just knock over? I have no clue. How did I get paint on that guy? I just like flail and stab him with a brush. Shameful. Been working with a lot of music by Edna James this past 2 weeks at my day job. So my brain just wants to play jazz all the time, despite what music's actually playing in my surroundings. And you hear me start humming music, that's not what's playing on the stream, that's why. I got jazz standards stuck in my head. Very green, very camo looking, very nice. Been the best color present. There we go. That actually looks pretty good. Again, not too pressed about making these models actually look all that good. Just want them to fit. just want them to look like they fit in with the army. Changed my mind how I wanted to do those tracks. After I did the first one, it kind of looked like crap. But you know, it's alright. It looks good now. Nope, 2 more highlight colors. Let's get our true orange going. Our squiggy boy. I guess I should darken out his eyes, shouldn't I? Kind of looks like crap, if I'm being honest. I don't think I mixed that panel that well. His base coat. Oh well. We'll call it a happy accident. Some undershading. Sure. Whatever boats the float, right? Hi! You're still in here. Come here. Well, now you're making yourself known. You got it. You gotta come say hi to chat. Look at that! 7 whole viewers just for you. Just because you wanted to say hi. Say hi. You okay? What do you want? Why were you yelling at me? Ugh. Okay, cat. Cat, okay. Okay, cat. You want to get down? No, you want to bash your head up against my table. What? Cat. Cat. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. You're gonna be calm. No, you're being needy, huh? Yeah, you're being needy. You can chill out. Yeah, no, you're just okay, whatever. He's just gonna bat me, I guess. What was I doing? Ah, teeth. The squig needs teeth. Hi. What? Come here. Come on. Do you want to sit in my lap while I paint? You can sit in my lap while I paint. Come here. Didn't want to sit here in a second. Okay. Are you gonna chill? You're gonna chill while I paint. This is how you'll be calm. Hey. Just maybe put ivory paint not on teeth. What's wrong with, hey, stop it. Okay. That squig looks absolutely terrifying. Try to get some white on his pupils to help. Oh, paint's still wet. Just mixing. Okay. We'll highlight the red. Oh, down he goes. All right. The cat's not gonna play nice. We'll just start ignoring the cat. No, you jumped down. You can't get back up. No, you jumped down. Sorry, dude. Highlight these reds, why don't we? Don't think this is how I'm supposed to volumetrically highlight cylinders. It's fine. Who cares? Just noticed that myself. How bad is that? Yeah, you're okay. You're getting some noise. The pipe is kind of screeching in that wall, and the microphone's doing a decently good job canceling it out, but I'm sure you can still hear it. Sorry about that. Hopefully it'll stop before too long. Oh yeah, an absolutely terrifying squig. Just looks absolutely inhumane. But to be fair, he looks a lot better when he's like shadowed and hidden, sitting down and not looking at him face on. Alright. Now to the fun part. Let's cover up the wet palette. Pick up my marker with the black lining. Why did you just go doo-doo-doo? Why did my laptop just go doo-doo-doo? I will say, I was tempted until I realized it would mean me having to write. Well, I guess I could have done it with the marker. I was tempted to write TNT on these sticks of dynamite because cartoons are funny. And there's a cartoon style paint job. So, yeah. But I didn't. I decided against it. And you know what? They look just absolutely fine without it. That's a little messy. Oh well. I don't care if you don't. Don't think the black lining just helped that squig face. There's a face not even his mother, if squigs had mothers, could love. That is kind of bad. No one tell my girlfriend she doesn't understand that the squig is the peak form of evolution. She refuses to accept their superiority. So, don't let her hear me bad-mouthing a squig. She'll never let me live it down. Said, I don't actually know if she's in chat, so maybe I just got outed. Oh well. That's not my best job on the back of that squig. That doesn't look good either. Oh well. Again, minor model for this army, doesn't matter all that much, but I'm willing to call him done. Again, not my cleanest work, not anywhere close to my best work. But he fits the theme. He fits in with the other two guys. Trundling along at their feet. Doing little things, little bits of bidding for him. We do have another one to paint, but we're quick approaching my 2-hour cutoff time for the night. And we'll have more streams coming soon. No stream tomorrow. Friday is quite the busy day for YouTube streams, so I have little to no interest in competing with that crowd at the moment. Anyone got anything they want to ask me before we call it a night? Or hope you'll have a good night, I guess. If you haven't, make sure you like, subscribe, share my content with your friends. If you want me to keep doing this, I can do this for a bit longer, just for fun. But if you want more things out of me, if you want better quality content, I'm not really putting effort into, you know, sprucing up the channel, putting more effort into the channel things. I'm just gonna set our little guy here. Like him. Anyway. Please share the content. Any content will do. Just with new people. New people are always good people. Thank you so much everyone who watches. Thank you everyone who stopped in tonight. We got him standing with both weapons aloft. Both of them. Maybe he'll see a tabletop before too long. We'll see. I'm tempted to teach a friend of mine the game, so depending on how he wants to learn, I might let him pilot like 1,500 points of knights against my Space Marines, just so he has a bunch of things to kill. This would be fun. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all had a wonderful night and a wonderful week. Do the YouTube things, like and subscribe, all the things. And I hope to see you all next time.